Alright, so I've been working on the truck for pretty much an entire day. This morning we ran out and got some barrels and some steel. So got the tray off the ground. This way we can roll the whole truck underneath and should be able to roll the truck underneath and then lower it down. Luke's been making the front steering mount, the bottom one. I've still got to do the top one, which I'm avoiding. So I cut off the headboard and I've cut off this corner and welded in some galv stuff. That's not quite the same size, so this is 60 by 35 or something like that, and this stuff is like 65 by 35 or something, so close enough. So that corner's finished, just making a new headboard now, and then we're going to take this old crusty metal out and the wood out and see what we're left with and make a new floor that's hopefully a little bit lighter than this one because it's quite heavy. Yesterday chucked on a new earth, so chassis to cab earth, and I finished off the wiring from the battery to the fuse box, which is this one here, which Luke's now welding next to, and the fuse box is back in place. So it's all coming together. Painted a few things, the battery mount and the rear cab mounts, and that's about it really. So I need to get the spigot bearing out of that because it was a manual, and then once that's out I'm going to put the trans back on, so that's all torqued down, ready to go. Put the trans on, put the cross member back on, and then we're going to start working on the radiator next time Luke's here, I think. And then the tray should be able to go on once that's done. So it's getting close. Once the tray's on, we should be close to being a car again. I mean, we've got no brakes, but that's a later problem. And we stopped it at Sail Shaft Shop today, and that will be done probably right now. So he said it was getting done today. So hopefully, go pick tail shaft up in the morning, get the trans on tomorrow, get the tail shaft in, and then play with the tray some more, and then hopefully get these fuel tanks on, and it's all kind of coming together. So we haven't filmed anything today because we've both been working, but it's all sort of becoming a thing. So I'm just going to leave this as farmer as I can, so that bend is staying, tail lights are staying. I'll just wire everything up. So yeah, just clean off some of the tabs and the tangs and stuff and put a new headboard on it. So tray should be on in the next week or so. So we've just taken the metal tray off of the tray, and there is wood underneath it and wood supports, and they're all decrepit and horrible and covered in ants. So we're going to remove these, go on, this hat. So that won't take, stop it. So that won't take long. So just get these wood off, get these off, and then probably put that metal top back on it, or put wood back on it. So we'll see how we go. Wood. We'll see. Luke wants wood. Alright, so we just got the wood off of the tray, and we can see what we're working with. The front mounts are too wide, but they're in the right spot. The second ones are too wide, but they're in the right spot. The third lot are in the wrong spot completely, so we have to move those. And the fourth ones are about 1 inch too narrow, and they're in the right spot this way, or close enough. So we just have to move the third lot of mounts, and the rest of it should bolt on reasonably easily. And Luke's over here just painting his steering mount that he's been making for the last couple of hours. So picks up on all the bolt holes and holds the steering box in place. What not to do on a forklift 101. Alright, so the flex plate is torqued on, Loctited, and I just pulled out the bearing that was in there. So I've got this part which comes with the flex plate, and that just slips in there. So now the torque converter can sit in that and bolt to here. So I'll go get the torque converter and I'll fill up with fluid, put it into the trans, make sure it's all seated properly, and then get the trans on the back of the engine. And Luke's over here putting his steering mount on, which he painted yesterday. So that's looking pretty good. It's nice and sturdy, hopefully. We haven't actually given it a proper test yet, but it should be heaps better than what was there, which was nothing. So it's got two 15mm bolts at the front, and it picks up on three 12mm at the back, and then the top one. So should be more than strong enough. Another thing off the list, so we're getting there, slowly ticking things off. So once the trans is in, we're hoping to put the tray on today. So hopefully we can get that on. So I got the 208 under the tray. Now we need to make some mounts. A lot of mounts. Alright, so while I've been working, I've had a bit of rubble delivered for the bottom of the shed, so a base for the concrete. And my mate Jacob came around with the excavator and he's spread it all out. So we've got a nice solid floor in the shed now, and a good base for the concrete. It's all nice and level and nice and compact. So we'll hopefully be getting concrete in the next couple of weeks. And this is a really good start for that. So I'll just show you a quick clip now of the rubble getting delivered and a video of the floor all finished. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for this week, and I'll see you next week with another episode on the Hilux.